For several years now, the relationship between Prince Harry and Prince William has been, as we all know, seriously strained. The world held its breath as Prince Harry made his dramatic exit from the British royal family. But now, Prince William has finally broken his silence, offering a startling glimpse into the rift that has divided the once close brothers. His statements have shocked everyone, shedding new light on the situation and leaving the world full of questions. For a long time, Prince William remained silent about his brother's decision to step away from royal duties. But now, he's decided to speak up, and what he revealed has left everyone speechless. His comments reveal a side of the story no one expected, drawing even more attention to the royal family. The tension surrounding Harry's departure has only grown, and this revelation is sure to keep fueling conversations for a long time to come. What led Prince Harry to abandon his royal duties? And what does this mean for the future of the monarchy? Join us as we delve into Prince William's shocking revelations, the tension between the two brothers, and what it all means for the future of the royal family. The relationship between Prince William and Prince Harry is arguably one of the most discussed and scrutinized aspects of modern British royalty. What began as a strong brotherly bond has evolved over the years into a complex dynamic marked by tensions, rivalry, and deep emotional struggles as the two brothers tried to navigate the demands of royal life. Their differing perspectives and experiences, especially after the tragic death of their mother, Princess Diana, began to shape their relationship. Initially, William and Harry shared a very close bond, built on the trials they had endured together and the devastating loss of their mother at a young age. They grew up in the public eye, often seen together during moments of camaraderie and mutual support. Whether it was skiing vacations or charity work, their brotherly connection was evident. However, over time, the pressures of their roles as heirs to the throne and the expectations placed upon them gradually began to pull them apart. The turning point in their relationship began to emerge in the late 2010s when their paths started to diverge. William, as the heir to the throne, was seen as the one who best embodied the values of royalty, duty, nobility, and responsibility. In 2011, he married Catherine Middleton and, together with her, fully embraced the traditional roles of the royal family through public engagements and family life. On the other hand, Prince Harry always had a distinct royal style. He made it clear early on that he wanted to be recognized as an individual in his own right, championing causes close to his heart, such as mental health issues and veterans' rights, and advocating for a more just society. The real rift between the two brothers came to a head in 2016 when Harry introduced Meghan Markle to the royal family. What began as a simple brotherly piece of advice quickly escalated into one of the most talked about family feuds of our time. Despite having faced many challenges together, this issue revealed deeper differences in their worldview, personality, and approach to royal life. In 2016, Harry seemed to embrace the spotlight, both good and bad, alongside Meghan. Their relationship soon became a subject of intense media fascination. Meghan, an American actress best known for her role in Suits, came from a world completely different from the royal family. Biracial, divorced, and fiercely independent, she had not grown up in the royal bubble and had built her own career. Initially, there was no sign of trouble. Meghan was widely admired in the media for her intelligence, sharp wit, and charitable efforts. The idea of a bold, modern duchess capable of revitalizing the monarchy captivated the public. Even within royal circles, Meghan initially seemed to be fully embraced. Prince William and Kate Middleton, who already embodied the modern face of the monarchy, reportedly approved of the new marriage. However, behind the smiles and public appearances, tensions were brewing. According to some close to the family, Prince William was concerned about the direction Harry and Meghan's relationship was heading, feeling that things were moving too fast. Harry, often described as more adventurous and impulsive, was seen as the one breaking from the traditional mold. William, on the other hand, bound by the responsibilities of his role as heir to the throne, always approached his decisions with greater caution. This difference in style and personality only widened the rift between the two brothers, leaving behind a deep fracture that continues to make headlines today. It seems that William approached Harry privately to express his concerns. He reportedly advised his younger brother not to rush into a final decision, but rather to take time to date Meghan and see if she was truly the one. William's goal was likely to protect Harry from making a hasty decision that could have serious personal and royal consequences. After all, the royal family is accustomed to having its relationships scrutinized under the public's eye, given the harsh critiques and pressures that come with royal life. Harry didn't take William's advice as a brotherly warning, but rather as a lack of support and trust. Harry was so in love with Meghan that, to him, she was a soulmate with whom he shared the same values, and he dreamed of living a life outside the royal establishment. To Harry, William's words suggested that Meghan wasn't good enough, or that he wasn't capable of choosing the right partner, which triggered feelings of anger. Harry's protective instincts toward Meghan were clear in his public actions. In November 2016, just 3 months after their relationship became public, Harry issued a statement on his own, condemning the media for its mistreatment and harassment of Meghan. He specifically called out the racial undertones in the coverage and made it clear they would not allow themselves to be bullied by the press. Harry's feelings for Meghan were so strong that he couldn't tolerate the attacks on her. This act was not only an expression of his deep attachment to Meghan, but also a clear signal of his break from royal protocol to protect her. William's caution and Harry's defensiveness marked a turning point in their relationship. What could have been a simple conversation between brothers became the spark that ignited underlying tensions that had been brewing for years. From Harry's perspective, William's caution felt like interference. He saw his brother's attitude as unsupportive, which made him even more determined to protect Meghan from what he saw as a hostile environment, both within the palace and beyond. For William, the situation was more complicated. As a future king, he had always been acutely aware of the responsibilities and expectations that came with royal life. He had taken his time choosing Kate Middleton, dating her for years before marrying her in 2011. William may have seen Harry's whirlwind romance with Meghan as a risky gamble, particularly given the complexities of royal life and the constant scrutiny of the press. However, his attempt to express his concerns only deepened the divide between them. The fallout from this disagreement profoundly affected the brothers' relationship. Once close confidants, sharing the unique experience of growing up in the spotlight and navigating the trauma of their mother's death, this issue highlighted their growing differences. Harry was beginning to carve out a different path for himself, one that took him further away from royal tradition, while William remained firmly rooted in the institution he was destined to lead. Their deep bond, forged through shared experiences, began to fracture as the media's obsession with Meghan Markle intensified. This media treatment didn't just focus on Meghan as an individual but echoed the relentless attention their mother, Princess Diana, had endured. For Harry, the parallels were striking and painful, fueling a deep sense of protection toward Meghan and amplifying his frustrations with his brother. As soon as Meghan's relationship with Harry became public, she was thrust into the spotlight. The media's fascination with her was intense and often cruel, focusing on her past, her race, and her identity as an American woman entering the British royal family. This relentless attention mirrored the treatment Diana had suffered, having been harassed by paparazzi and media speculation throughout her life, which ultimately led to tragic consequences. Having witnessed the media pressure that affected his mother, Harry was deeply troubled by how Meghan was being treated. He believed that the same forces that had tormented his family for years were now targeting the woman he loved. For Harry, defending Meghan wasn't just an act of love. It was an act of resistance against a toxic environment that had caused so much pain within his family. Harry's protective instincts came to the forefront, and he was determined to shield Meghan from the media's attacks, which he saw as not only invasive but also dangerously harmful on various levels. He referenced the psychological damage caused by the media and how it had affected both him and his brother. To Harry, it felt like a betrayal on William's part, who had also lived through the horrors of media intrusion, not to fully support him in his efforts to defend Meghan. As Harry and Meghan's engagement progressed, the public celebration of their union contrasted sharply with the growing tensions behind palace walls. The media frenzy reached its peak, with tabloids and social media platforms dissecting every detail of their relationship. While the royal family displayed unity in public, the internal dynamics were far from harmonious. William's caution about Harry's relationship with Meghan persisted. He expressed concerns about the speed of their engagement, urging Harry to consider the implications of marrying someone subject to such intense media scrutiny. William's perspective was rooted in his responsibility as the future king. He was acutely aware of the pressures and expectations that came with marrying into the royal family. He had watched his own parents navigate the complexities of royal life and the media's insatiable appetite for scandal. His reservations were likely driven by a desire to protect his brother from the potential pitfalls of a highly publicized marriage. However, to Harry, William's continued caution felt like a lack of support. Harry felt that instead of standing by him and Meghan during what should have been a joyful time, William was casting doubt on their relationship. It was as if they were living in different worlds, as one family insider noted, highlighting the growing divide between the brothers. William was immersed in his royal duties, focused on his future role as king, while Harry passionately pursued a different path, embracing modernity and seeking to challenge traditional royal norms. As the gap between them widened, it became increasingly clear that Harry and William's approaches to royal responsibilities and their personal lives were diverging. William was deeply rooted in the traditions of the monarchy, understanding the importance of maintaining a flawless public image and adhering to the expectations placed on him. He approached his role with a sense of duty, often prioritizing the needs of the institution over his personal desires. In contrast, Harry was forging a path that embraced change and independence. He sought to redefine what it meant to be a royal, focusing on mental health advocacy, social issues, and charitable work aligned with his values. For Harry, marrying Meghan wasn't just about love. It was a commitment to forging a new identity for himself and creating a life free from the constraints of royal tradition. This divergence in their paths led to misunderstandings and hurt feelings. Harry felt increasingly isolated, believing that William's lack of enthusiasm for his relationship with Meghan reflected a fundamental misunderstanding of the person he was becoming. Harry's frustration was compounded by the feeling that he wasn't just fighting for his relationship, but also against the very institution that had once felt like home to him. As the media narrative around Meghan grew increasingly negative, Harry and Meghan's attempts to counter the criticism met with mixed results. Their public engagements were often overshadowed by tabloid headlines, and the strained relationship between the brothers became more and more apparent. Reports of disagreements and tensions were widespread, with various media outlets speculating on the nature of their conflicts. Meanwhile, Harry's commitment to protecting Meghan remained unwavering, leading him to make significant changes in how he interacted with the royal family and the media. He began speaking out openly against the press, highlighting the dangers of media intrusion and the impact it had on his family. This shift marked a break from the royal family's traditional silence on such matters, reflecting Harry's desire to regain control of his narrative. At the same time, William found himself in a difficult position, navigating his responsibilities as the future king while trying to maintain family ties. The pressure mounted as he tried to balance his own expectations and duties with the need to support his brother during this turbulent time. However, the emotional distance that had developed between them made it difficult for William to fully grasp the intensity of Harry's feelings. The culmination of these tensions occurred during significant moments in Harry and Meghan's engagement and early marriage. The emotional weight of being thrust into the spotlight, combined with William's caution and Harry's protective instincts, reached a breaking point. Reports suggested that Harry felt increasingly alienated from William, especially as he and Meghan began building their own family. The friction was exacerbated by Harry's sense of urgency to act against the media's treatment of Meghan. He couldn't understand why William, who had experienced similar challenges, wasn't more supportive of his cause. This disconnect fueled growing resentment, creating a barrier that was difficult to overcome. As Harry and Meghan prepared for their wedding, the focus was on the joy of their union, but underlying tensions were palpable. Friends of the two brothers noted that their diverging priorities and perspectives had led to misunderstandings that would take years to resolve. The pressure of impending public attention only added to the strain, leaving Harry feeling as though he was fighting not just for his relationship, but for a new way of life as a member of the royal family. By the time of Harry and Meghan's wedding in May 2018, the tension between the brothers had become more evident. Although the ceremony was a joyful occasion watched by millions, subtle signs of strain were present behind the scenes. Reports emerged suggesting that the relationship between William and Harry had cooled, and rumors of disagreements over wedding preparations surfaced. Additionally, Meghan's entry into the royal family reportedly caused friction between her and Kate, further complicating the dynamic between the brothers. This led to the decision to separate their households. The decision made by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle in early 2019 to establish their household apart from Prince William and Kate Middleton's marked a turning point in the growing tensions between the two brothers. This choice symbolized not only a logistical separation of their royal duties, but also an emotional and ideological divergence that had been simmering for some time. The creation of the Sussex household, distinct from that of the Cambridges, revealed deeper issues within the royal family and the contrasting paths each brother was choosing to take. In January 2019, the announcement that Harry and Meghan would establish their own residence at Frogmore Cottage in Windsor, while continuing their royal duties, sparked both intrigue and concern. The Sussexes framed the separation as a practical measure, allowing them to focus more effectively on their charitable initiatives and personal projects. However, the implications of this decision went far beyond logistical concerns, highlighting a fundamental shift in the relationship between the brothers. The Sussexes' announcement was seen by many observers as a sign that the once close partnership between Harry and William was unraveling. Sources close to the brothers noted that their diverging priorities made collaboration increasingly difficult. Harry and Meghan's aspirations to forge a modern, independent royal role clashed with William and Kate's more traditional approach to their royal duties. This divergence was not just a matter of managing responsibilities, but reflected deeper philosophical differences in how each couple viewed their role within the royal family. While William and Kate had learned to navigate the media landscape with caution and discretion, Harry and Meghan's experiences highlighted the distinct challenges they faced. Initially welcomed with enthusiasm into the royal fold, the Sussexes' growing assertion of their identities and focus on humanitarian missions began to shift public perception. Criticism soon emerged, questioning Meghan's ability to fulfill a royal role, and this increased scrutiny deepened the rift between the brothers. In the months following the separation, Harry and Meghan's growing dissatisfaction with royal life became increasingly apparent. Aware of the toll that royal life was taking on Meghan, Harry felt an urgent need to support her. He recognized that the traditional royal framework did not align with their vision of a more modern monarchy, one that embraced diversity and responded to contemporary issues. This mounting sense of disillusionment culminated in their historic decision to step back from their royal duties. Harry and Meghan's journey toward their royal exit in early 2020 was marked by tensions, emotional turmoil, and ultimately, a deep commitment to protecting their family. At the heart of this decision was the impact that royal life was having on Meghan's mental health. Harry's realization that royal expectations and the relentless media attention were profoundly affecting his wife marked a crucial turning point in their relationship with the royal family, especially with his brother, Prince William. The revelations that emerged during the couple's explosive interview with Oprah Winfrey in March 2021 painted a damning picture of Meghan's experience as an active member of the royal family. In this candid conversation, Meghan spoke openly about her mental health struggles, including suicidal thoughts that haunted her during her time in the royal spotlight. She described a sense of entrapment and isolation, compounded by constant media pressure. Her heartbreaking admission of feeling unworthy and unsupported in an environment that should have been protective revealed the darker side of royal life, a reality that many outside the palace could barely imagine. Harry, deeply affected by Meghan's hardships, felt an overwhelming urgency to protect her. He recognized that the weight of royal responsibilities, combined with the harsh public judgments, had become unsustainable for their family. Meghan's openness about her mental struggles shed light on the heavy toll that royal expectations could impose and underscored the importance of prioritizing mental well-being over the rigid frameworks of duty and tradition. For Harry, the idea that he couldn't shield his wife and their son Archie from the pressures of royal life became unbearable. When Harry and Meghan publicly announced their decision to step back from royal duties, the rift between Harry and William had reached a critical point. The tension between the brothers had been exacerbated by their divergent perspectives on how to handle the pressures of royal life. William, raised within the royal system, believed in the importance of duty and maintaining the integrity of the institution. In contrast, Harry, driven by his love for Meghan and his desire to create a different life for their family, was increasingly frustrated by the traditional expectations placed upon them. This difference in approach deepened the chasm between the brothers. William's belief in the strength of the monarchy through unity conflicted with Harry's conviction that personal happiness and mental well-being must come first. The bond that once characterized their relationship now seemed strained, as Harry struggled to reconcile his commitment to the royal family with his responsibility to protect Meghan and their son. The couple's decision to step down from royal duties, often dubbed Megxit by the media, sent shockwaves through the monarchy and beyond. Their announcement was framed as a desire to lead a more independent life, focused on charitable work and personal well-being. However, for William, it was a devastating blow. He had always envisioned a united royal family, working together to serve the public and preserve the monarchy's legacy. The idea that his brother was walking away from this vision was heartbreaking for him. The public reaction was mixed. Some supported Harry and Meghan's decision, applauding their commitment to mental health and individual happiness. Others criticized them, seeing their departure as a betrayal of royal duty. The media frenzy surrounding their exit intensified the very issues that had driven Harry and Meghan to make this decision. For William, the repercussions of Harry and Meghan's departure were a personal and emotional upheaval. He had always viewed their brotherhood as a source of strength, and the thought of losing that bond was difficult to bear. William's sense of loyalty and family unity seemed threatened by Harry's decision to forge a new path. William's reaction to the news reflected a deep sense of loss as he grappled with the implications of his brother stepping away from royal life. After the announcement, reports surfaced that William felt betrayed and hurt, believing that Harry had chosen a path that diverged from their shared responsibilities as members of the royal family. Their brotherly relationship had not only become strained, but was now marked by misunderstandings and unspoken grievances. William's desire to maintain royal family unity starkly contrasted with Harry's determination to achieve individual autonomy and protect his family from harm. The decision to step back from royal duties ultimately had profound consequences for both Harry and William. It not only altered the dynamic of their relationship, but also challenged the very foundations of the monarchy. The royal family was forced to confront the realities of modern life, including the importance of mental health, the impact of the media, and the need for openness and support within the institution. The ongoing rift between Prince William and Prince Harry has captivated public attention for years, fueled by media speculation, personal revelations, and the complexities of royal life. Recently, Prince William finally broke his silence regarding his brother's departure from royal duties. William's revelation. His comments come after a long period of silence, which many perceived as deliberate, reflecting his position as heir to the throne and the immense responsibilities that come with it. For William, this silence was not merely a choice, but a necessity tied to the weight of his role as the future king. He understands that every public statement has significant implications for the royal family and the institution itself. His position requires a delicate balance between addressing personal grievances and maintaining the dignity and traditions of the monarchy. In a family rooted in centuries-old customs, where silence and discretion have historically been valued, William's reluctance was seen as a reflection of his commitment to these traditions. However, this approach has not been without criticism. Many questioned whether his silence contributed to misunderstandings and speculation regarding the rift between the brothers. The public's desire for transparency and understanding only intensified as they followed Harry and Meghan's journey, leading to increasing calls for William to address the situation openly. William's decision to speak out marks a key moment in the ongoing saga of royal family dynamics. His statement that it's time to tell all reflects a shift towards greater transparency within the royal family. This declaration not only acknowledges the complexities of the relationship between the brothers, but also signals a willingness to confront issues that have long been shrouded in secrecy. By breaking his silence, William has taken a bold step that challenges the status quo of royal communication and tradition. His words resonate particularly within a family that has traditionally adhered to a code of silence, where personal matters are often kept behind closed doors. By embracing a more open dialogue, William's statement has the potential to reshape the narrative surrounding the monarchy and its approach to personal matters. The acknowledgement that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex would not return as active members of the royal family is a clear indication that the division between the brothers has become a permanent reality, redefining the future of the royal family. Prince William's recent candid recognition of his role in the growing rift with Prince Harry marks a significant departure from the traditional royal stance of maintaining a carefully crafted public image. By admitting that his advice to Harry regarding Meghan Markle may have unintentionally widened the gap between them, William offers a glimpse into the complexities of family relationships within the royal household. His statement not only reveals the emotional undertones of their relationship, but also highlights the enormous pressure royals face in navigating personal dynamics under public scrutiny. William stated that he never intended to hurt his brother, reflecting on his well-meaning but ultimately harmful advice. This admission underscores the idea that even those in high positions can misjudge situations and miscommunicate their intentions. William acknowledges a level of introspection and vulnerability that is rare among royals. His desire to protect Harry from the potential pitfalls of royal life was rooted in brotherly concern, but paradoxically, it ended up exacerbating tensions between them. William's intention was not to criticize Meghan personally, but to prepare Harry for the realities of life within the royal family, a life marked by media pressure, public expectations, and the historical weight of duty. However, this paternalistic approach may have been perceived by Harry as a lack of trust in his judgment and his choice of partner. This emotional disconnect underscores the difficulty of maintaining supportive family relationships within the constraints of royal expectations, leading to misunderstandings and feelings of betrayal. What is particularly revealing in William's reflections is his admission that he attempted to reconcile with Harry before the public rift became widely known. This admission reflects the complexity of their relationship and the contrasting worlds they inhabit. William, as the heir to the throne, has always had to navigate between his duties and responsibilities, while Harry sought a more independent path. Despite these efforts, it became clear that Harry had already made his decision regarding his future with Meghan and their choice to step back from royal duties. William's acknowledgement of this fact reveals a painful reality. Despite attempts at reconciliation, some rifts may be too deep to heal easily. The concern over the rift was not limited to the two brothers. Internal sources reveal that other members of the royal family, including Prince Charles and Queen Elizabeth, were fully aware of the tensions and made efforts to facilitate a reconciliation. These behind-the-scenes attempts reflect a deeply ingrained understanding within the monarchy of the importance of family unity, especially in the face of public challenges. However, the limited success of these efforts highlights the complexities of their relationships, showing that family bonds can be strained by personal decisions and life circumstances. The emotional cost of these conflicts is significant, not only for William and Harry, but also for their parents and the institution they represent. As the public watched the tensions unfold, it became clear that the royal family was grappling with more than just a family split. It was also confronting the implications of this rift for the future of the monarchy. As the royal family navigates this tumultuous chapter, William's willingness to reflect on his mistakes offers a glimmer of hope for future reconciliation. His statements suggest a desire to rebuild bridges and foster understanding, acknowledging that the rift between him and Harry has far-reaching implications for their personal lives and the monarchy as a whole. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe, and click on the next video displayed on your screen.